I used to watch a lot of online stuff about cars. I'm passionate about cars. So that's when the idea hit me, because I used to see some of the guys doing it out there, but not locally here. So in terms of stitching, say the dashboards, the steerings, and the interior makeover of seats. So I started practicing with my car. I started stitching the steering wheel. So that's when it kicked off. And then the first one I rolled out, I just used to watch it on YouTube and practice it practically. And then I realized something that I can do. It's coming out so well. So then I transitioned. I bought one machine. So I used to stitch just at the comfort of my home. I practiced it, and then seeing the end results, I thought that this is something now we can venture into. So that's when the idea struck me. Maybe I need to register it as a business so that it can start rolling. Okay, I can say we started small because I incorporated my brother into this. It's called Robert. So he's been walking through with me through the journey. So it started, I opened a small shop, and then we first did a car for a client, and he was really wowed with how it turned out. So based on that, now we started going big in terms of advertising it more, pushing it out there. And then the reception was good, because one client referred me to the other. It keeps on proceeding like that. So it's more of a referral. I can say my business model works more of a referral, because once you've done successfully a job for someone, they'll eventually invite some other people to maybe come and see whatever you're doing and the like. So I can say it's been a journey. It started way then in 2019 when we officiated it officially to start it, myself and my brother Robert. So we invited a few more guys, because I realized I could not stitch alone, and also work on several cars, because the orders were starting to get in. I think people are starting to appreciate more so the interior of cars makeover, the way it looks like. You can upgrade from fabric to leather. So I can say eventually that's how we started it off. And it gained momentum as time progressed. It gained momentum. We now try to venture into other markets and the like, and try to push it more even on social media. So that's our basically where we get a lot of clients. It's on social media, because we're out there, we speak out there on social media and the likes. So people get to appreciate when they come on the ground and see what actually takes place. So that's how we've been. I can say the model has progressed from back then up to now. We're still progressing on that way. Okay, normally what we do once the client walks in, and based on the experience that we've had in this company, you already have a profile or maybe what possibly the client will need from you. So even as you approach the clients, you're already prepared. You may need A, B, C, D. For instance, if I can just give a good example, when we talk about cars like Touareg, Passat, the Range Rovers and the like, the moment you see it walking in, you'll eventually see this car needs a roof upholstery. That's most probable problem in such cars, kind of cars. When you see a Prado, maybe a Toyota Harrier, the older model, probably they'll be coming for the dashboard. It normally has some cracks and the like. So you profile customer based on the way you see him, but basically it will depend with what the clients want. But at least you have that background idea of what most likely might be needing. So once the client walks in, the first step is to go through his expectation, what he wants to achieve. Maybe he wants the dashboard done, he wants the steering done, he wants the seat covers done. And now you take him through the designs that you have, because you have a variety of designs and material options. So you'll take him through various designs, maybe what matches their interior, and if they are free enough, they also give you that time to decide, because we like working with the clients who are not sometimes so rigid, because they give you that aspect of creativity. Interior upholstery is all about creativity. You might have a very old car, but then you give it a modern interior, it comes out so well. So clients who are not so particular into this, what they want, they always rely on us for advice. So we also give advice in terms of what can really go well with that type of car. So once a client walks in, there's a checklist we normally go through. That is checking the functionalities of the car. If it's the dashboard, we have to check, does it have maybe any check engine and the like. We check through the windscreen, does it have any scratch, any crack and the like. We check through the body, a walk through, just to ensure that by the time you'll be giving the client the vehicle back, it's properly checked and everything intact. We check about the functionality for the seats. For instance, those that recline, that use power, it's more of a electric seats. We have to check that, does the motors work well, does it recline as expected and the like. So basically it's a walk through the functionalities of the car, And then now we go through the design. Once we've agreed on the same, then we give him the scope of work and the timeline that it takes to do that.